Sometimes, life doesn't change because of big actions. Sometimes, life changes because of one small step. This is the story of a boy named Ravi, and how tiny actions slowly transformed his entire life. Ravi lived in a small village near the Yamuna River. The village was peaceful. In the evenings, a warm orange light from the sunset covered the houses, the trees, and the small dirt roads. People sat outside their homes, drinking tea and talking, but Ravi was different from other children. He was a quiet boy, only 14 years old. He walked with his head down and rarely spoke loudly. Ravi always felt small at school. He was not the top student. He was not the fastest runner. He was not the funniest or the most confident. When his classmates talked about their dreams of becoming doctors, engineers, or teachers, Ravi stayed silent. Inside his heart, he felt something heavy. He believed, maybe I am not good enough for big dreams. Ravi wanted to change. He wanted to study hard and become a better student. He wanted to wake up early, read books, and speak English confidently. So he tried. 1 week, he promised himself he would study for 4 hours every day. On the first day, he studied for 2 hours. On the second day, 1 hour. On the third day, he felt too tired. By the fourth day, he gave up. Another time, he decided he would wake up at 4 a.m. every morning to run. He managed to do it for 3 days. On the fourth day, he couldn't leave his warm bed. He started many things. He also quit many things. Every time Ravi failed, he told himself, I don't have discipline. I don't have strength. I cannot change. Ravi was waiting for a perfect day to begin his new life. But that perfect day never arrived. After school, Ravi always walked home using the same path. On that path was a small, old hut, and inside lived Baba Ishan, the village potter. Baba Ishan was an old man with silver hair and gentle eyes. Every evening, he sat by his clay wheel, shaping clay into beautiful pots. One day, Ravi stopped to watch. Baba Ishan placed a small lump of clay on the rotating wheel. He pressed the clay gently. Then he shaped it slowly, very slowly. Ravi became impatient and asked, Baba, why don't you make it faster? If you press harder, it will finish quickly. The old man smiled warmly. My boy, a pot is not made by force. A pot is made by patience. He continued shaping as he spoke. Each small movement of my fingers changes the pot a little. Maybe the change is tiny, but after many moments, the shape becomes beautiful. Ravi watched the pot slowly rise higher, smoother, rounder. Something in his heart softened. That night, Ravi opened his school book again. But this time, he did not try to study for hours. He studied for 10 minutes. Just 10. That was all. To his surprise, it felt easy. He didn't feel stressed or tired. The next day, he studied for 10 minutes again. The day after that, he studied for 15 minutes. He smiled to himself. The thought was simple. Maybe I can continue. Soon, he began to make other small changes. Waking up 5 minutes earlier, reading 2 or 3 pages of a book every day, learning 3 new English words, helping his mother for 5 minutes in the kitchen, writing 1 sentence in his notebook every night. They were all very small actions, so small that nobody else noticed. But Ravi felt something new inside him, a small, quiet confidence. 30 days passed. Ravi looked back and was shocked. 10 minutes of study became 1 hour. 3 pages of reading became 25 to 30 pages. 5 minutes of waking early became 30 minutes. 3 new English words became 100 new words. Ravi wasn't trying to be the best. He was only trying to be better than yesterday, and that made all the difference. One afternoon, his teacher called him, Ravi, I have seen your progress. You are growing every week. We need someone to represent our class in the school speech competition. Would you like to try? Ravi froze. A speech on stage, in front of the entire school. His hands started shaking, but then he remembered the potter's lesson. Small movements, small changes, 1 simple action every day. He took a slow breath. Yes, ma'am, he will. 3. On the day of the competition, Ravi's legs felt weak. His heart was beating so fast he thought everyone could hear it. Before going to school, he ran to Baba Ishan's hut. The old man was shaping another pot. "Baba," Ravi whispered, "I'm scared. What if I make a mistake? What if everyone laughs at me? I don't think I am good enough." The potter wiped his hands and placed them gently on Ravi's shoulders. "My boy, listen to me. You don't need to be better than others. You only need to be better than the Ravi of yesterday." He lifted the half-finished pot. "Look at this. It is not perfect, but it is better than it was 5 minutes ago. Life is the same. We grow a little at a time." Ravi closed his eyes and breathed deeply. The school hall was full. Students were talking loudly. Teachers walked around, checking the microphone. When Ravi's name was called, a hush fell over the room. His palms were sweaty. His heart felt like a drum. But he stepped onto the stage. The bright lights warmed his face. He looked at the audience. Then he remembered his journey. 10 minutes of study, 3 pages of reading, 5 minutes of waking early. Small actions, small improvements. Every day, he began speaking. At first, his voice shook, but slowly it became steady. He told a simple story. His story. He spoke about failing many times. He spoke about wanting fast results. He spoke about feeling small. Then he said, "I learned something from an old potter in my village. Big success is not made by big actions. It is made by small steps, repeated every day." The hall became silent. Everyone listened. When Ravi finished, the students clapped loudly. His teacher hugged him. Some students looked at him with new respect. For the first time, Ravi felt proud of himself. That evening, Ravi walked home under the warm golden sky. When he passed by Baba Ishan's hut, the old man held up a beautiful, finished pot. "Look, Ravi," he said, smiling. "Many small touches. One beautiful result." Ravi nodded. "I understand now, Baba." He looked at the sky, glowing above the village roofs. "I don't need to wait for a perfect day anymore. I can start with one small step today." And on that day, a new journey began for him. Do not wait for tomorrow. Begin today, even with the smallest step. Thank you for listening to Inner Tales. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another tale that brings warmth, clarity, and a little more light to your inner journey while helping you grow day by day in your English learning.